life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science. At longevity. At exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave.
Hey y'all, it's JP and Max here to do a quick woo-way. Lots of going on in the Devil's Chessboard. Bibi Netanyahu, or Bibi Satanyahu, some call him, is threatening to take us to World War III again, and he's threatening to annex the Gaza, which will set the whole Muslim empire on fire. In fact, the Houthis are already threatening Israel again. Any ships going to Israel, they're going to attack. And then we got all of Syria, you know, the whole Muslim empire there surrounding Israel, so that's not a good move. Macron and Stammer are talking about by the end of August they're going to have a vote for a two-nation treaty at the UN, so we'll see where that goes. Macron and Stammer are not very strong men, but Trump is, and so is Putin. So I think Trump and Putin, if they finally get together and work out a deal, I think they can stop that war in Ukraine. The problem with the Middle East is Bibi's off the hook. I don't trust Bibi. You know, with that false flag on October 7th. So I think that war in the Middle East is going to continue. They haven't fully taken out Iran yet. And so what is the MO of the Mossad? False flag. So that's what I'm worried about. A cyber attack or something coming our way to lead to a bigger war. So Trump and Putin, though, have solid, cool characters. They're very smart, intelligent men. I don't think they're going to lead us into World War III, but there's always that variable. Also, we got Zelensky attacking right now, Donetsk with drones. He attacked Moscow last week. So, you know, Putin's getting pissed off at that. A lot of civilians getting killed, which shouldn't be, you know, but there's also, you know, 10-to-1 kill ratio. So we'll see. They're also talking about getting rid of Zelensky and putting someone else in there. Maybe the general that got 86'd a while ago. There's a lot of people that can replace Zelensky. The problem is Zelensky is a Ashkenazi, you know, Chabad Lubavitcher, and those are the people that are running the wars, running the banks, and profiting from everything. So these guys don't want the war to end. Even though Putin and Trump want it to end, the people controlling the money and the purse strings are profiting from this war. So I don't think it's going to end, to be honest with you. But we got 5 days to the ultimatum in which Trump's going to put 100% tariffs on India, China, the BRICS countries. And this might be all planned. Who knows? He got rid of the Fed chair, Powell, though. That was a good move. So there's been some rearranging going on. But I'm worried about the possibility of a cyber attack or a false flag attack to push us into a greater war in the Middle East. According to the 7 nations united, Iran is still on the table, and anything can happen in the Middle East. But the Ukraine war should come to an end, I think, by the fall. We'll see what happens in the next few days. So here's a couple clips from South Front Telegram. Hope you enjoy. God. Woo! All right. Good snatch, Maxie. Excelente, Senor Maxis.
Despite facing mounting international pressure over its war on the Gaza Strip, which has so far claimed the lives of more than 60,000 Palestinians, Israel is preparing to double down by annexing the starving enclave. With the IDF capturing more than 70% of Gaza in the framework of Operation Gideon's Chariots, the humanitarian situation in the Strip reached a new low early in July. Mass hunger prevailed, with some reports even suggesting that a famine was unfolding. Despite the dire situation, Hamas and other factions continue to show fierce resistance in recent weeks. On July 21st, the IDF admitted losing 2 soldiers in separate incidents in southern Gaza, one in Khan Yunis and another in Rafah. The death of 3 more soldiers was announced on July 26th. 2 were killed in the same attack in Khan Yunis, while the third succumbed to wounds he sustained a week earlier. Israel also began to face some unusual pressure. On July 24th, France announced a plan to recognize the State of Palestine during the UN General Assembly in September. 15 other countries, including the United Kingdom and Canada, announced a similar decision in later days. To ease some of the international pressure, Israel on July 25th allowed foreign nations to parachute humanitarian aid to Palestinians desperate for food in Gaza. Egypt, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates made airdrops in the following days. However, the situation didn't improve as the IDF kept restrictions on the delivery of aid via humanitarian crossings, which is way more efficient. Responding to the escalation in Gaza, the Houthis, Ansar Allah, in Yemen, announced on July 27 that they will target any ships belonging to companies that do business with Israeli ports, regardless of their nationalities. With negotiations for a ceasefire and hostage release deal stalled, Israel reportedly sent on July 30th a message to Hamas that if it doesn't accept the proposal on the table in the coming days, it will begin to take punitive measures against it, including the annexation of territory on Gaza's outer perimeter. The Israeli escalation was not surprising, considering that many senior officials within the administration of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have been calling for the annexation of the Strip since the start of the war. Hamas is not backing down, however. Other Israeli punitive measures against the group could include the assassination of its political leaders, even those living in U.S.-allied Qatar.
Russian forces continue their advance in the Donbass. They achieved another breakthrough in the Seversk direction. Russian troops made significant tactical gains near the Sit.rep forestry area and the former pioneer camp near the lake. Recent field reports indicate that Russian assault units have secured the dominant heights near Belaya Gora. Their attacks, supported by armored vehicles, pushed toward the road linking Syrybanka and Seversk. The dense, heavily contested terrain in this direction has been slowing the Russian offensive for years, but recent Russian gains suggest improved operational planning. On July 27th, a large-scale mechanized Russian assault was repelled near the local refinery after Ukrainian forces deployed swarms of suicide drones and cluster artillery. However, Russian commanders avoided catastrophic losses by withdrawing armor after initial setbacks. This is a contrast to earlier, costlier tactics. 2 tanks equipped with cages breached Ukrainian lines near Seversk outskirts, but were isolated without infantry support. Russian troops raised flags over several structures in the Sit.rep forest, though their ability to hold the territory remains uncertain. Ukrainian artillery and aviation continue to target the area, while Russian units exploit weaker defenses along the southern Donetsk River floodplains where Ukrainian mortar teams previously operated. Geolocated footage suggests Russian troops have advanced deeper into Seversk than previously assessed. The loss of tactically critical heights has weakened Ukrainian defensive lines, reducing their capacity for counterattacks. Russian forces have consolidated control over new positions, destabilizing Ukraine's northern defensive flank of the city of Seversk. The only remaining Ukrainian stronghold is a solitary height on the northern outskirts of the city, but its fall appears to be imminent. Retreating on the battlefields, the Ukrainian military increases terror against civilians. On the night of July 29th, Ukrainian forces launched a mass drone attack on Donetsk, targeting civilian infrastructure and residential areas. One drone struck a substation, causing blackouts, while others hit civilian houses in different districts. Last night, local authorities reported Ukrainian drones intercepted over the Bryansk, Smolensk, and Leningrad regions. At least 22 UAVs targeted the Rostov region, where one civilian died and a railway station fire disrupted operations. The attacks underscore Kiev's strategy to pressure civilian infrastructure, exacerbating water and electricity shortages. This tactic is usually condemned by the international community as terrorism, but Kiev's Western patrons are turning a blind eye to all crimes. The Ukrainian defense in the Donbas is crumbling. One by one, the fortresses that Kiev once considered impregnable are falling under the relentless advance of Russian troops. The latest and most significant blow came with the complete capture of Chasiv Yar, a critical stronghold that Ukrainian forces had held for almost a year. The Russian Ministry of Defense announced the city's liberation on July 31st, marking a strategic victory that reshapes the entire front line. Chasiv Yar was more than just another battleground. It was the backbone of Ukraine's defensive line in the Donbas, aimed to protect the Slavyansk agglomeration. Perched on commanding heights, its loss leaves Ukrainian positions exposed and vulnerable. Though mop-up operations continue in the nearby forests, Russian flags already fly over key neighborhoods, signaling irreversible control. Ukrainian troops, cut off and abandoned by their command, are left to fight in isolated pockets of resistance. Their losses are staggering, totaling some 7,500 soldiers along with 11 tanks, 55 armored vehicles, and 160 artillery pieces destroyed. However, Chasiv Yar is not the only Ukrainian defeat in recent days. Across the front, Russian forces are advancing at an alarming pace. On the Kharkiv axis, troops have taken control of the right bank of Volchansk, approaching victory for this northern fortress. Near Seversk, assault units from the 6th and 7th Motorized Rifle Brigades have pushed forward over a kilometer, reaching the city's outskirts, dismantling the last Ukrainian strongpoints before the assault. Meanwhile, in Kupiansk, Russian soldiers from the West group of forces are already advancing in the northern and northwestern districts, leaving Ukrainian soldiers no chance to defend the city. The most dramatic breakthrough is unfolding in Pokrovsk, a city now on the brink of falling. Russian stormtroopers have penetrated deep into the urban center, severing critical supply routes and sowing panic among the defenders. Reports confirm fierce fighting near the railway station and key administrative buildings, with Ukrainian reserves proving insufficient to hold the line. British journalists embedded near Pokrovsk described demoralized Ukrainian soldiers admitting that the city's fall is inevitable, just a matter of days. With each collapse, Ukraine scrambles to erect new defensive lines, but they grow weaker by the day. Desperate attempts to dig triple-layered anti-tank trenches from Kharkiv to Zaporozhye, reinforced with dragon's teeth and barbed wire, can do little to slow the Russian advance. Even Slavyansk, once a linchpin of Kiev's strategy, is losing its strategic significance as Russian forces bypass its crumbling defenses. The Donbas front is unraveling. What comes next may not be a slow retreat, but a full-scale rout. As Russian troops push westward, the question is no longer if the next fortress will fall, but when.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying. But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Take a look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see it clearer, or are you deceived in what you believe? 'Cause I'm only human after all, and you're only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Some people got the real problems. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. Lord, heavens above, I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. That's my opinion, don't ask me to lie. And beg for forgiveness for making you cry. For making you cry. 'Cause I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. Oh, some people got the real problems. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. Lord heavens above. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. I'm only human. I made mistakes. I'm only human. It's all it takes to put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. 'Cause I'm no prophet or Messiah. You should go looking somewhere higher. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. I'm only human. I do what I can. I'm just a man. I do what I can. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
On the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do.